Hey everybody, it's Heidi with Sun Therapy Services. Today is day 9 of our 12 Days of Christmas, Giving the Gift of Independence, and we are going to talk about the dressing stick. So this little tool can help with our socks, our shoes, our pants, our shirts, jackets, our getting things from the closet, all sorts of things just from this one tool. So it's called the dressing stick, and I will say that I haven't actually used this a ton in the people that I work with in different experiences, but I definitely have used it in some situations. So I will show you how it can kind of do some of all of those things I had mentioned. So we'll start with getting things out of the closet. This is what I've actually ended up using it for the most, and you can also use a reacher to do similar things that I'm going to show you. But if you had something hanging in your closet and it was too high for you to reach, you couldn't get it down safely, you could, okay, so say this is hanging right here, you could use this tool to pick up the hanger and lift it up and off of the rod so that you can safely grab what you need. Let's say you're down here and it's up here, like that. You could also use the tool to just kind of pull it off of the hanger. So let's say this is hanging up here, and again, you're down here, you can't quite reach it. You can just use this tool and slip it off the hanger. Then the hanger would still be hanging, and you can get your jacket down. So that's one way. That's actually how most of the people that I've worked with end up using the dressing stick. You can also help use it to get open front sweaters on or jackets on, and it can be used in a variety of ways depending on what your needs are for this. So let's say that I have like full range of motion of this shoulder, but this one hurts with movement. It's kind of tight, or I can't like reach around my back to get it on. So I will take my jacket and I'll put it on my sleeve like this. But before I throw it around the back, because usually I can't get it all the way around and I can't reach this arm behind my back to grab it, I can use this and put the little white part of the tool in my sleeve. So I kind of almost fold it backwards. This is the arm for here, and I tuck this tool in here, and then I'll grab it with this hand. So this is the sleeve of my shirt, and I'll just kind of throw it over my head, and then it's already here, and I can just lift my hand up like this, because moving my elbow doesn't hurt, just the shoulder, and I can get this tool out of here, and then I'm able to put it on. Still kind of have to move the shoulder to get the sleeve in, but something like that. Or if you have a hard time reaching this way, but this way is okay, this can help get it around your back in that manner. Also, if you can start the zipper, but it's hard for you for some reason to pull it all the way up, there is a little hook on this end of it. I don't know if you guys can see that. You could reach this in the zipper and just kind of, it gives you a little more oomph, I'd say, when you're zipping, and you can just zip it up that way. If it's hard for you to hold it with your fingers really tightly, this is easier to grasp, and you can just pull your zipper up. Same thing for pulling down. Stick this in the zipper. It's easier to grip, and if it doesn't come off, you can pull it all the way off, and there you go. You could also use the dressing stick to help get it off your shoulder. If you have a hard time reaching over one way or the other or getting it down, you can kind of just push it off your arm that way. You could even use it on both shoulders, push it off your arm this way, and then the jacket can just kind of slide down. And there we have it. So that's the top half. I'm going to tilt my camera down a little bit now so you can see my feet for a little bit. We're going to come to the floor. So it can also help get your shoes off. So one thing, if you have a hard time reaching to get your shoes untied, but you really need to untie them, you can use this little hook here and get it within your laces to just kind of try to loosen it up and untie your shoe a little bit. But that takes a little bit of practice, and I have not practiced enough. But you can just kind of loosen your shoes that way. I almost have it. Whoops. Get the hook in and loosen them. So I loosened them enough to get that part loose, and I can turn it around and use this part of the tool now to stick in the laces and start to loosen those if I have a hard time slipping my shoe off without loosening the laces first. So they can just kind of go in there, loosen that up. There we go. And then I can use this also around the back of my shoe, down at the heel, and push down while I lift my foot up to help get the shoe off. In the same way, I can use this to help get my socks off. So just use this little right part of the hook, push it down, always in the back of the heel, and then you can slide it off your foot. The other way you can use this for your pants is kind of like the reacher, but if you have a dressing stick and not a reacher, this is a good one to use. So you would hook the white part in the pants, just like we did with the reacher yesterday. Open up that hole here, put your foot in, and you can wiggle it up till you grab it with your hand. Pull these on up, and then you can also stick it back in this side, lower it down to stick your foot in, and pull the pants up. And here you have it. Pants are on. So now I'm going to stand up to pull my pants up. And I'm going to give an example. Let's say, here, we'll pull this up here. I don't have the greatest balance, so I need to hold on to something while I'm pulling my pants up. So I can only pull my pants up with one side at a time. And it's kind of hard to get this hand all the way around the back with the strength to pull it up. So that's when you can use this stick to just kind of, let's see if I can do this behind my back here. Grab the pants this way. I can reach, but not enough with the strength. So then sometimes with the stick, pushing is easier than pulling, and you can kind of get those all the way up the back, and it's easier then to adjust on one side and the other side while I'm holding on for balance. So that's just some of the ways we can use this dressing stick. We used it to loosen our shoelaces, to take our shoes off, take our socks off, pull up our pants, both on the feet and up the waist. Use it to get our jacket around to the other side of us, push our jacket off. And my favorite, just lifting up to grab the hanger off of the rod. So all of these things are ways to use the dressing stick. It has the little hook here, the two hooks here, just to fit different ways. If you're interested, go ahead and check it out. And it can help in many different ways, as you've seen. See you tomorrow for day 10.